Cash Converters. We buy, we sell, we loan cash.
Now, if you are one of those people who have always known that you wanted to work on your own, you wanted to be your own boss, you're tired of working for somebody else, and you want to know, how can I start my own business, but you're a bit afraid of taking that initial leap, that step into doing that, because you just don't know what your options are. Cash Converters is offering you an amazing option where franchising is concerned. So let's go and find out more about that.
Now, small and medium enterprises should not be taken lightly in the South African economy because, bearing in mind, it provides just over 24 million jobs. Now, that's a huge number. Now, today I'm going to be finding out exactly what's the challenges and benefits of running your own business.
Expresso spent time with one of Cash Converters' service providers, Forms Control. This printing company was started by Greg de Villiers in 1990. Situated in Joburg, they offer a one-stop service for pre-printed material to corporate clients throughout South Africa.
Guys, a very important topic we're talking about today, small and micro enterprises, also known as SMEs, and what they mean for the economy of South Africa. But first up, Greg, did you always dream of owning your own business?
I grew up on the south coast, Scottsboro. I was a surfer boy, so you didn't really have a lot of dreams. You just wanted to surf, and that was the lifestyle. And then eventually my mom said to me, no, you've got to do something with your life. So I ended up coming up to Joburg, got a job at a printing company, found my feet, and after a few years I thought, no, wait, being in the printing industry or any business, I need to try and do something for myself somewhere along the line.
I didn't have any major dreams of running my own business initially. After leaving school, I went and did a very short course in engineering at Pietermaritzburg University. I only did year one. Went overseas and then got involved with Greg in Forms Control when I returned.
Dion, for you, what are some of the benefits of being able to work for yourself, being your own boss?
One of the big things from a purely selfish point of view is that we're not metered by all the corporate rules and so on. If things are under control, we can take days off, go on holiday when perhaps other people have to work. So I think from a family life point of view, that's fantastic. And I think that's one of the big benefits of being a small business.
Now, Greg, there's a couple of different ways of how you can go about owning your own business. Now, let's take a look at, let's say, franchising, like Cash Converters. Would you say it's a good idea to own a franchise?
I think it's quite difficult for it not to work with the support group that you have, around you when you start a franchise.
Sound like your cup of tea? Launched in Australia 28 years ago, Cash Converters is the world's largest and trusted specialist in second-hand goods, and they're expanding their operation in South Africa and offers various franchise opportunities.
Julia, for people watching at home interested in starting their own Cash Converters franchise, what would be the first step to take?
Well, it's quite simple. We've actually got a dedicated sales resource who picks up on all of the leads. His name is Neil Smeering. He's come on board recently, and what basically, if anyone's looking into it, what they need to do is just pick up the phone and call our general number, which is 0878 2040 66. They put them straight through to Niels, and Niels can take them step by step through the process to signing a franchise agreement. Very simple, very easy.
Why wait for another day to become your own boss? Hop on to cashconverters.com today and become a part of this global family.
Now, just like the two people that we saw start to venture into having their own business, you too might want to do that. And if you've ever wanted to run your own business, we want to empower you to do just that. And to show you how easy it is to do, we have Richard McIver, who's the Managing Director of Cash Converters, here today to tell us about the importance of SMEs and, of course, the satisfaction you can have of running your own business and how franchising is a fantastic opportunity for many reasons. Good morning, Richard. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Welcome to Expresso.
Thank you.
Now, Richard, you also ventured out on your own. How daunting was it for you?
It was quite daunting. I basically brought the Cash Converter business into South Africa in 1994. So it was a big thing in my life. I was an employee in a large listed company in Johannesburg, and always wanted to do something myself. I come from a family of small business owners, and I always wanted to get into something myself. So I actually chose the franchising route pretty much for the same reason I would imagine many people choose the franchising route. You get a proven business model, and it lowers the risk of failure.
Now, of course, I think a lot of people are afraid of taking that step because what do? You know, you don't want to work for a boss anymore. You want to be your own boss. But what do you do? And Cash Converters is, of course, offering you this kind of option. What kind of person approaches you to start a franchise?
Well, a wide range of people from
Yeah.
all around the country,
Yeah.
from all different walks of life. We have medical doctors, we have
Wow.
dentists, we have pharmacists, we have bottle blowers, we have everybody from all around the world, really,
That's pretty
in terms
amazing.
of skill sets as well. But really what you're looking for is somebody who's a people's person,
Yeah.
who's wanting to work in their own business. Cash Converters is not an investment vehicle, it's an owner-operated business. So our ideal operator would be an owner-operator. If they've had some previous business experience, that's great, not completely necessary. And then clearly one needs some financial capital behind you. And generally, in terms of cash, you'd require half of the investment. We have models, 3 different models, a mini, midi, and maxi, and it starts at $1.25 million to 2.5, and you require about half of that in cash.
What is the process of starting a Cash Converters franchise for somebody who's sitting at home saying, okay, this is what I want to do?
Yes.
How do they? What's that initial step that they have to
Very,
to
very
make?
simple. You call our national sales manager, the chap's name's Niels Meyering. You can get hold of him on our website, cashconverters.co.za. Have a chat with him, and he will send you through what we refer to as an information pack. You send us an application form, and we'll start the process with you. It's very, very simple.
Okay, and then once more, the benefits of owning your own business, especially a Cash Converters.
Well, first of all, you rowing your own boat.
Yeah,
You're not working
yeah.
for a boss, and that's really fantastic.
Yeah,
So there you go, number one. You write your own salary check. So the opportunity of making significant money, specifically in the Cash Converter business, is there. But I must warn people that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yes.
This is hard work. So if somebody is motivated, dedicated, and prepared to work hard, you will be successful.
Yeah, and of course, it's got greater benefits for South Africa as a whole as well. Hey?
Clearly, I mean, we're putting every Cash Converter store that opens on average employs around about 12 people.
Yeah.
So you're putting 12 people into work, you're giving them jobs, you're feeding another 5 per 12. So there's 60 people in our country for every store that opens that is basically being fed. So it's really important.
Thank you. Richard McKyber who is the Managing Director of Cash Converters. Thank you so much for being here today. Now, if you want to find out more about running your own Cash Converter store, you've listened to everything, you've said, that is me, I want to start one. All you need to do is call Niels Meyering directly with all your questions on 087-802, or rather 820-4066. That number's on your screen, or you can just go and check out the Cash Converters website. But for more information on that, check this out.
Are you self-motivated, organized, retail hungry, and ready to make some money? Would you like to own a business with multiple revenue streams? Imagine minimal startup costs, a proven business model with low risk with 360-degree ongoing support. Cash Converters is calling. Join the world's leading cash and asset converter now. Cash Converters offers you an affordable business opportunity with high returns on your investment with all the support you need. To find out more, call Niels on 087-820-4066. Cash Converters. We buy, we sell, we loan cash.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.